Hi, welcome back to Reelchoice Movie Review. This is Joe. Tonight's pick is a movie by the title of Identity, and it stars John Cusack, Ray Liotta, and Amanda Peet. John Cusack, of course, was made famous in the iconic 80s movie, Say Anything. He was also in High Fidelity. Ray Liotta was in Goodfellas and Hannibal, and Amanda Peet, Saving Silverman, and the whole nine yards. Identity was recommended by a friend a while back. Only problem was I could not find it on the apps I had at the moment. I couldn't find it on Netflix. I couldn't find it on Amazon Prime. I couldn't find it on Tubi or Crackle. Got lucky earlier today, and I barely got done watching it, and I found it on Crackle. Now remember, Crackle and Tubi TV are free apps on your Google Play Store. They may also be available on the iPhone. I'm not sure. But they definitely have great shows and great movies and great documentaries. So do yourself a favor and download it. Okay, Identity is a mystery thriller, and it's kind of like the Murder on a Train type mysteries where there's several people on a train, and one by one they start getting killed, and everybody is suspicious. This is a lot like that, except the setting is in a hotel. And the movie opens with a couple with a child who get a flat tire, and while they're fixing it, the woman is hit by John Cusack's character, who is driving an actress to LA. He plays a chauffeur, and he does stop and renders aid, but because there's such a bad storm going on, they have to drive to a hotel where they then decide that she needs to go to a hospital. Only thing is that she's too critical to go anywhere. So John Cusack decides that he's going to go to the hospital himself and try to get some help that way. On the way there, he runs into Amanda Peet's character, who plays a um, hooker, and her car breaks down. She waves John Cusack down. As they're driving, she tries to convince him that the direction he's going in is not good because it's flooded. He doesn't listen, and the car ends up getting or driving into a ditch. They are saved by a couple that just happen to be behind them, and now they all return. Oh, they don't all return. They all go to the hotel that John Cusack was formerly at, and Ray Liotta. This is where he comes in, and he's an officer who's transporting a prisoner. And now all the characters are at this hotel setting. John Cusack decides that he's going to have to render aid to the victim that he hit, and he stitches her up. Her jugular is bleeding, or her neck is. I don't think she would last that long for jugular, but she's bleeding through the neck. Ray Liotta is asked to come check it out and see if he did okay, and Ray Liotta says, "Yeah, he did a good job." Uh, that's pretty much where the chaos begins. One by one, the guests at this hotel begin to get murdered. And just like those murder mysteries on the trains, you start to say, "Oh, he did it." And you know what? No. He could have done it. He could have done it. And I was actually right on who I thought did it after a while, but I didn't 100% commit. You know, when you do that, when you're like, you know what, I bet you it's this person. It's not over yet, so I don't know. Yeah, I did that, but I should have stuck to my guns. Um, but in reality, there's even a bigger mystery to the movie, and you won't know that till the end. Now, you might not catch it if you don't pay attention to the movie, and if you do end up watching it, it is difficult to understand what's going on because they flash back to a scene where um, they're having a little court in this room, not like a jury court, but they're uh, holding a court with just a judge and this convict who's a murderer, and it flashes back a couple times to that. It does have something to do with the plot. So if you watch the movie and you're lost, Google explanation for identity, and it does a really good job of explaining it for you. I could give it 3.5 stars. I thought it could have been made better. Thought the plot could have needed some work. But that's my opinion. You might love it. It was recommended by a friend. Once again, barely found it today. Identity, starring John Cusack, Ray Liotta, and Amanda Peet. That's the pick for today. This is Joe signing off on Reelchoice Movie Review. Hope you enjoy the movie.